Hello, welcome back. This is video 2 of I manifested everything in my life and now I'm broke. So, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what it is exactly that I did in the past to manifest everything that I wanted. I mentioned in my previous video that I had a career in real estate, and so I was a real estate agent for 5 years and I was doing really well financially. But ultimately, I felt like it didn't fully align with me as, with my true self. And so I wanted to try something different. And so what I was doing within those years that helped me get to where I wanted to be and get to where I want to be now was a few different things. The first and most important thing was practicing gratitude daily. So I had an idea, and I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll do a daily series, not a daily series, but post a video every day as frequently as possible. I do have ADHD, so bear with me, but mostly every day. Sorry, it's really windy here and there was just a crazy crash. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. Everything seems fine. There's just been a bit of stormy weather here in Italy. So that being said, I was talking about gratitude. So the most important thing is gratitude. No, that's not what I was talking about. Okay, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about posting a video a day, documenting my getting out of my financial turmoil journey with myself and with anyone who decides to watch. So today is day 1, and I'm going to show you guys what my morning practice looks like, which are the things that I know work for me and that helped me get to everything that I wanted and that I know will help me be able to get there again. So that being said, the first most important thing that I incorporated into my life every single day was the practice of gratitude. There's this book called The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor, and I love everything that he discusses in there. So basically what he talks about is that the biggest and easiest way to be happy, which ultimately is kind of what everyone in the world is looking for, that's a whole separate conversation, because being happy, you can't be happy all the time. It's more of just being content and at peace. But being happy is great, and we want to try and live in between contentment and happiness. And then also when sadness comes, that's okay. Okay, I'm getting off track. But the happiness advantage. So I loved this book because my mom has always talked to me about practicing gratitude. And gratitude in the happiness advantage, it kind of gives you like a scientific breakdown of exactly what practicing daily gratitude does for you. So, most of our minds are trained, not most of them, but a lot of our minds are trained to kind of focus on the negative. And not to say that anyone is a negative person, but when you have like a really rough day, what are the things that you remember most about that day? Obviously, the really hard parts, or just in general, it's kind of, if you take a look back at a lot of your memories, obviously there are really happy ones, but some of the ones that you remember the most, a lot of the times are the negative ones. And so this is a specific wiring that we have in our brains. These are our neurotransmitters. This is the way that we've trained our brains to look at what we're experiencing in our daily life. So the happiness advantage basically explains that when you start your day, the first thing that you do is you start your day by writing down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. It rewires the neurotransmitters in your brain to look for the positive. And over time, your brain will be the type of brain that remembers and focuses on the positive. And everyone, that knows about manifestation, or even not, knows that what you focus on expands. What you focus on is what you attract. And whether that's conscious or subconscious, it's what it is. So that being said, a big key portion of writing down your gratitude daily is, I like to do it this way. So I do 3 things from the day before. I like to write 5 things total. So 3 things are things specifically from yesterday, the day before, and then I give myself like 2 bonus ones, whatever I'm feeling that day. So the benefit of looking for the 3 things from the day before is that when even if you have the hardest day, there's always something to be grateful for. Like always something. And if you say, no, there's not, it was literally the worst day, it's not true. Like the sun came out, or maybe it rained, but then the earth got the life that it needed, or whatever it is. You're alive, you're breathing, your family's alive, whatever it is. It could be anything. There's always something to be grateful for. So when you look back at a day that was even a good day, or let's just start with a really hard day. If it's a really hard day, you're sitting here, you're starting your new day by thinking about yesterday and specifically tuning in on the positive. So you're literally scanning through your day. You start from morning to evening, and your brain is going, okay, what am I grateful for? Okay, what works here for me? What do I feel happy about? And so then you go ahead and you write them down. And if you repeat this process daily or as frequently as possible, even if it's just a few times a week, daily is obviously the best, but none of us are perfect. And here I am starting over. So if you repeat this process, eventually you will literally rewire your brain. I honestly recommend that book for anyone who's interested. But you will literally rewire your brain to look for the positives in your present, in your past, in your future, and will also be the first biggest step in helping you manifest the reality that you want, since you're already so thankful for what you have. Okay, that being said, that was a little longer than I intended it to be, but I just wanted to do my practice with you in real time. So we're gonna start with our journal. This is my journal, and I'm gonna be needing to get a new one soon. It is quite full, as you can see. But I'm gonna get started on this now. Okay, so I wrote down my things and I'm gonna share them with you. So the first one is, I wrote, I'm so very thankful for being able to get all of my work projects finished so that I can focus on my housework today. I stayed up really late last night to get everything for work done because my mom is going to be coming to Italy to visit, and I just want to make sure everything is perfect for her, so I have a lot of work to do here at home, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get that done. Okay, my next one was, I'm so grateful for my aunt that stopped by yesterday to bring me succulents, and that she took the time to prepare them. My aunt is so cute, and since I'm here in Italy now, I didn't get to see her very frequently before, and now it's so cool because she just gets to pop by and bring me some stuff or whatever it is. I get to have dinner with her all the time. Sometimes we'll go out and get breakfast, and I'll just be like running into her. It's really cool. We used to only see each other once a year, and now I'm so blessed for that. So very thankful. Okay. The next one that I wrote is, I'm so thankful for the delicious avocado toast that I ate yesterday and all of the freshness of the foods that I am able to buy and nourish my body with. Yeah, I'm so thankful for that. So thankful for that, to be able to eat anything that I want, really, and to be able to give my body the nutrients that it needs. So very thankful for that. These are all the things that I did yesterday, or that happened yesterday, that I'm thankful for. And then my 2 bonus ones were, I'm so thankful my mom is finally having the procedure that she needs today and will finally be feeling better. My mom has been going through a little bit of abdominal pains, and she's having a very minor procedure, but I'm just very thankful that she's finally able to take care of that and won't be in pain anymore. So that makes me happy. And then next thing I wrote is, I'm so thankful for Tupa and Maya. Tupa is my doggy and Maya is my kitty, and I'm so thankful for them. So yes, this is my morning gratitude. Other steps that I incorporate into my practice are, and I kind of did it out of order because I was really excited to talk about gratitude, But normally what I like to do to kind of settle into my space and settle into my mind is some breath work just to kind of center myself. There's a bunch of different really good ones you can do, which we can go into another different kinds of breath work options. And I'm sure there's so many different videos on there, but if at any point people are interested in me talking about that, I can definitely do that. But just for the purpose of my practice, I got excited to talk about gratitude. I'm gonna do 5 minutes of breath work here, sped up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on breathing all through my torso and diaphragmatic breathing. So first I am going to place my hands on my lower belly. It's down here. And then I'm going to place my hands and breathe into my rib cage. And then I'm going to place my hands and breathe into my upper chest. And that's how I do it. There's different ways. This is particularly like the diaphragmatic breathing, but I'm looking to kind of just fill in all the quadrants of my lungs. So I'm going to do that. Again, we can go more into breath work in another video at some point, but just for the purpose of the practice and doing it together, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. Whew, that's the thing about breath work. It is our life force. There's nothing that can make you feel better more instantly and more naturally than breath work. Wow, that was great. So yeah, that's typically why my routine would be breath work, meditation, which meditation can be challenging, especially for someone with ADHD. But what has really helped me with meditation is just starting in small increments. I mean, ultimately, we can go into a whole different, I'm no guru. Again, I'm not ever pretending to be somebody that's a guru, but I can just tell you what works for me. And what works for me is starting small and just getting used to that feeling of quieting your mind, even if it's for 1 minute, even if it's for 3 minutes, even if it's for 5 minutes. Don't do 30 minutes and don't feel bad because you didn't do 30 minutes. But anyways, going back on topic, breath work, a little meditation, journaling, and then I personally like to do a card pull. So I can do a little one of those bad boys just because I have them here. I have this one. I have a few different ones. And I have this one, Nature Nurture. This one's a good one. And this one. Also really exciting. I'm working with this client now who is about to publish her own oracle deck. So we'll talk about that at some point here too. But let's go for a little card pull for the day and see what the vibes are. Obviously, I can do this kind of as a collective thing for me and for where this journey is gonna go. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Interesting one. This one just popped out into my lap. I love when they do that. So it is B. Victory. 37. Let me rate it too. Also, not claiming to be an expert card reader. I just like to have my own practice. That's what this is all about. Okay, good card. B, victory, success, winning, and triumph. The bee is symbolic of victory because of the very nature of its big body and seemingly small wingspan. Drawing this card brings with it success and winning after hard work and fierce determination and loyalty to your endeavors. If you are inquiring about a relationship or a situation, pulling this card, then you can be assured that you will feel some type of shared reward soon. A triumphant experience is here. Time to celebrate. Beautiful. And then the last thing that I like to do, but this video is getting very long, is affirmations. And we'll have specific videos going into details of how I make all of these things for me. But something that helps me with affirmations is saying them, like repeating them 3 to 5 times in the morning. I would do it in the shower. You can do it in the mirror as you're going, because just whatever. My favorite one that I think is awesome for everybody is, I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. And so I'll say that a few times. We can say that together. I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. Nice. Okay, so this is a little messy version of my daily practice. Again, I'm going to try and make a video, at least a video a day, but bear with me. I'm ADHD, I'm a Gemini, I'm an air sign, I'm all over the place. I work a lot, but I'm going to do my best, and like my best, even if sometimes the videos are not going to be like in this setting, who knows where I'll be, traveling, flopping around, whatever it is. But I'm going to really do my best to do one video a day, and if not, as frequently as possible. So anyways, if you're interested on this journey and you want to also incorporate ways that you can manifest the reality that you want, and with a very real, just like you kind of person, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.